Having Luke in the sport was, I think, a massive advantage for me. I didn't live up to my potential as much as I should have, because obviously the mental side, but I think just being in the gym and doing like the deadlifts and squats, but a lot of young guys want to do just arms, bench press, shoulder press, that kind of stuff, but Luke made me go, like from day one, go in 100% and just do the deadlifts and squats and get that kind of, the technique right, and that can put me in advantage. When I entered my competitions, I helped Luke. I was my first one. I think I helped Luke win Scotland's Strongest Man. I came 5th, and that qualified me for UK's. And I was like, geez, I can actually lift some weights. But so it was more just having Luke there as like a role model. I always looked up to him in the gym. Everything. I didn't realise how hard it was until I actually went. And just like the hours Luke put into the gym was crazy. And then it was just having him to do my diet. He did everything for me, and if it wasn't for Luke, I would not be where I am today, 100%, so.
Luke was speaking earlier about Stoltman, proud man, and like just the history around the Stoltman name, trying to put it in history books. Like, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I'm like so proud to be a Stoltman. It's like I just want to make this name a legacy. I want to be. I don't want to just win World's Strongest Man once. I just want to win it multiple times. I want to break as many records as I can. I just want this name to be like, as soon as someone says strongman, they remember this name, Stoltman. We're already making a legacy with being the strongest brothers to ever live, which is mind-boggling. Like I said, coming from a small town in Invergordon, you're like, out of every place in the world you could live, you could be from, and it's Invergordon. It's like hardly anybody's heard of this place. They think most people think it's a foreign place, because it's so far up north. But it's Stoltman's just a name that I want to like be the limelight of strongman in the next year or two. So yeah, strongman's my life. Like I said, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it. It's punished my body. It's up and downs. My body's battered. For 26 years old, I feel I feel alright, but I should feel better. But yeah, it means more to me than really anything. Obviously, family and wife and that comes first, but after that, it's strongman through anything. I live, breathe, and die this sport, and I do it as a job, and I do it because I love it, and not just not just because it's a job, not because it's for the money, but just because I love being around people. I love training, love seeing people improve, and love seeing myself improve, and love pushing my body to limits that it's never been before. And I just love that buzz when you do something that no other human can do, or not many humans can do stuff. You just get that massive feeling, massive buzz, so.
I think the crazy thing that everyone thinks is crazy is that it is two brothers doing this. And like you say, the strongest brothers, not the world's strongest brothers, but the strongest brothers to ever live. Yeah,
Luke was the first one to put Stoltman in the strongman scene. You can't really, he's the greatest to ever come out of Scotland, 5 Scotland's Strongest Mans in a row. I came second to him 3 times in a row. So even when we came on the scene, we were 1 and 2 in Scotland. We've been 1 and 2 in Scotland for the last 8 years, and it's just seeing the stuff Luke's done, even being in the sport, with him, it's like he's taken the log level, he's taken the log, up to a new level, and now, other people were chasing him, and that's because Luke's set a new level in that, he's put 400 deadlifts, I'm pulling 400 deadlifts, but it's just seeing him do the kind of stuff that has made Stoltman, and he's the one that's put Scotland firmly on the map, and I've kind of come behind him, and now we're both doing it together. He was doing it separately, but now as a unit together, we're kind of going through the waves, but doing it as a fast pace. And I think Luke's going to break more records than a lot of people think, and he's still got a lot of people always talk about me and say oh, Luke's past it, Luke's past it, and Luke's 36 years old, but I guarantee you that there's going to be a 1 and 2 Stoltman on World's Strongest Man in the next few years, and we're both going to win World's Strongest Man before Luke finishes his career.
Man, just speaking of Luke, is what is crazy is that he's breaking records in a specific event and you're breaking records in a specific event. It's not like you've got two people competing in the same sport. It's like you've got two people leading the charge, which it is baffling. It's madness.
Yeah, especially because it's a brother aspect thing, you know, like when I was watching him, I was proud, you know, like, oh, he's my brother, you know, it's like, and then 5-6 years later, it's like two of us, you know, I thought maybe, yeah, we'd like, you know, Luke was at British level, I've watched him at British level, I maybe get to Europe's, and I thought, oh, maybe I might join and get into Scottish and British, but then to kind of, like I said, both come through the ranks, but that's, I think, again, hard work, pushing each other, you know, when we train, it's intense, you know, like I said, Luke's really good at log, he pushes me on the log, I'll push him on the stones, and we always counter our weaknesses out, you know, like Luke's massively helped me in the log, got my log mass up, his deadlift has gone up, his stone lifting's gone, I mean, Luke came second in the stones at Britain's Strongest Man, and that was his fastest lifetime PB, and that's just because of the hard work he's been putting in the stones, and you know, his log pressing at Britain's as well, you know, it's unbelievable to kind of have two brothers that are not just on national stage, but on like the world stage, and kind of are proving to people that, like, you know, there is something in Scotland and we're going to dominate the world. Yeah, it's a really good feeling. I mean, you know, like I said, you know, the natural stones, all the stone lift, you know, we should be kind of renowned, for like being strong and stuff. And I think, you know, there's been strong Scottish strong men and stuff in the past, but I think myself and Luke have kind of taken it up to that new level. And you know, I think the advantage we have, or not the advantage, but I think we invested in ourselves, and obviously being brought up here, you know, like Glasgow and stuff, they're cities, so they have everything on their doorstep, you know, so like they can just go to a gym and be like, right, we'll do this, they've got strongman here, but we kind of had to make do with what we had. And I think again that helped us mentally and physically prep for, like, you know, when we did use something like a log, we were like, oh, this is easy, you know, we had to go and we were in a shed at one point, you know, deadlifting, and you know, dents coming in the root into the floor, and we were still deadlifting in it. But that's what kind of, you know, a lot of people would be like, no, we're not doing that, you know, we'll just wait till the gym's open. But that's kind of what we did, and I think that's helped us bring our game up, you know, from the start, is that. But yeah, being from the Highlands and just bringing like major titles back is unbelievable. Even doing like Woos last year, you know, third and second at that in an international competition, you know, who we're up against Brian Shaw's, Martin's Lisa's, you know, it's like incredible names in the sport, and two guys from Invergordon basically dominating, you know, which is incredible to see.